clear the page out again to go to the next one. Okay, row 8. Now we have to use the interest formula because the two things that are missing is the amount in the account and the interest that you've earned. Okay, so we use our formula, A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. Fill in the information. So for this person, they started with $35,000. I don't know who has $35,000 to start with, but apparently this person does. 1 plus the rate. The rate for that one was 6.75%, so 0.0675. Divided by the number of times it's compounded. The periods in the year is 4. And it's in there for 5 years. So up here our N again is 4. Our amount of time is 5 years. Okay, calculate one step at a time. Again, the first thing you're going to do, we lost Gunner, is divide here. 0.675 divided by 4. Then add 1. Okay, so in parentheses that should give you 1.16875. Oops, sorry, I'm missing a 0 there. Let me go back and fix that. That is why we multiply or calculate more than once. 0.0675 divided by 4 plus 1. Let me fix that real quick. And I get 1.016875 to the 4 times 5 would be the 20th power up there. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is raise that to the power. So 1.016875 to the 20th power. I'm going to write the result down here. Now I have $35,000 still times about 1.397498, and it goes on from there. Again, always just leave that number in your calculator. And multiply by 35,000. And when I do that, I get $48,912.45. So that would be the number that goes here. Are there any questions at all? Ask these if you have questions. Don't be afraid. Okay, the last blank is how much. Okay, the last blank is how much interest you've earned. So we want to know how much extra money do we have. We started with 35,000 and now we have 48,912. So just take that 48,000. Oh, that's a bad color. We get to do a different color. And we subtract the 35,000 that we started with to find out how much interest we've earned. And I get $13,912.45. Okay. And our last row is going to be very similar to that because the same amounts are missing. So we'll do the last row and that will finish the project. Again, don't just write down the numbers that I used here in your project because I did change the numbers. So you get them wrong if you do the ones in the project. This just is showing you how to do the steps to get your answers, okay? So again, we start with exactly the same formula, our compounding interest formula. Plug in the information they gave us. Okay, so for this last person, they invested $6,000. So that's the P. The rate was 8.5%. So move the decimal over. We get 0.085. The number of times it's compounded, looks like this must be daily. It's compounded 365 times a year. And then again up here we have our N, 365 times a year, times the amount of time, 5 years. Alright, again, start from the center. Do the 0.085 divided by 365. Then add 1. So now you have 6,000 times 1.000232. Again, it goes on after that. I'm just leaving that number in my calculator. And then the 365 times 5 for our exponent gives us an exponent of 1,825. So this is one you definitely would want to use your exponent button for and not try to multiply that out. Okay, I'm going to put my result down here because I ran out of room up there. I get 6,000 times 1.529514, and again it just goes on from there. I'm leaving that in my calculator and going times 6,000. And I get $9,177.09. So that goes as my amount in the account at the end. And then how much interest did I earn? I'll let you guys answer that. If you started with 6,000, you end up with $9,177.09. How much interest did you earn? What was the amount of change? I'll let you guys answer that. Very good. $3,177.09. And to find that, all you do is take the amount you have in the account now and subtract what you had in the account originally to find out what has changed.